one of the day because you did have two.
Yes,
of the
sir.
2-point conversion. So anyway, Birmingham does lead 8-0. And then second quarter comes around. Memphis scores, and Trent Richardson gets the ball again. Trent, and kind of take us from there and what the play, how it took and how you took it in.
Man, it's funny, man, because we only ran one running play the whole game, and they couldn't stop it, and that's the best thing about it. When you're dealing with the iron, we're gonna do our plays no matter what defense you line up in, no matter what offense you line up in, special teams included. And so everybody knew the play was coming, and we run it every time we get down to the goal line or we get in the red zone. We're gonna run it. We're gonna run it straight at you. And thank you to my man Jamal for not getting in the end zone. Get tackled at the 2 or the 3, and I'm gonna just, I tell him all the time.
At Jamal right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jamal now. Jamal know what I'm talking about. Every time he get tackled at the 2, I just go and shake his hand and tell him appreciate him, because that's that's the type of love that we have for each other.
Well, anyway, so the score is 16-8 halftime. Trent. Birmingham is in the lead. What does Coach Lewis say to you guys? Now, obviously, you have a 16-8 lead, and for you, viewers, listeners, 2-point conversion is all you can get. Now, I know we've talked about this before at the beginning of the season, but we cannot go for one. You have to go for 2.
Yep.
So you guys take it to the locker room 16-8. What does Coach Lewis say to you guys before you come back out to play the second half?
Man, he's just telling us, man, don't let up. Keep the gas on the pedal. Let's just keep doing our jobs, and the way we practice, is always an indicator of how the game gonna end up for us. You win most of the games at practice, and so the way we practiced last week, man, it wasn't no doubt in my mind, that we was gonna win that game or not. But our last day of practice, it wasn't as clean as it needed to be, and it kind of bit us in the butt, on the last bit of the game. Right. Doing the stuff that we should have been doing, and handling the plays like we should have been handling, and we didn't succeed on it. And practice shows, man, and that last little bit, showed up on us on Sunday.
So anyway, come out to the second half. Birmingham is winning 16-8. Third quarter, Birmingham gets a field goal. We've talked about the kicker too. No, I mean, what he played in the league? 9 years?
Nah, Nick played 10 years in the league.
10 years in the league.
Yep.
I mean, this is a fine kicker.
Yep.
That Birmingham has, and so the listeners, viewers have to realize this is a veteran kicker. So, I mean, to me, could be the best in the league without a doubt.
Man, I think he is the best in the league, man. We're lucky and we're blessed to have him on our team. A lot of people don't realize that Nick has played a lot of football. He's probably made about 50, 3-point field goals and extra points. So, right. When he's in the game, man, and he's back there, man, I have no doubt on, where we're going to make the kick at night. That's one guy that I know, that I can count on every game. And, he got ice in his veins, man. He did it in San Diego. He did it the first game. I think he went out and made 3 field goals and kept us, alive in the first game we played them. And, he did a great job, when he's back there by himself.
Something else I'm looking at here, Trent, too, and obviously Birmingham gets the field goal. Memphis scores a touchdown, but they do not get the 2-point conversion. So we're going into the fourth quarter, and I'm like you, Trent. I'm thinking, I'm watching, I'm talking to Brandon, calling him, talking with him. And I said, okay, we got a W here.
Yep.
I mean, so fourth quarter we come in, Birmingham, you guys come into the fourth quarter. Obviously you guys are in the lead. What happened in the fourth quarter, Trent?
Well, when we got the ball on offense, I thought we was going to run the ball a little bit more, run the clock out. But like I said, man, I don't call the plays. I just run what I can, and that's one thing I be want to connect the people on. Like, no matter what, like stuff that you can control it. Stuff that you can't control it. Whatever it is, But when I was out there and I was players blocking, or if I was getting into my route, I was going 100 miles per hour. So. Like when the NFL team watch film on me or the next team watch film on me, they're gonna be like, "Well, we need to keep an eye on him," or because we need to know what he had on all times.
Trent, and I'm not a coach, but my question is, and this obviously we have a good coaching staff, great coaching staff at Birmingham, but this is just armchairing. You come out in the first half, and I'm not trying to get you to say anything on yourself here, but man, getting away from the run, I thought hey, Birmingham needs to stick with the run.
Man, you know what, man? Those are one of them games that you really thought, we really thought we was going to be able to, run the ball. We practiced it all week, and we got away from it. But we was having a lot of success, in the air early.
And there's no doubt.
Jamal had some big catches. Bowman had some good catches. QP had some good catches. And so we was tossing around the ball pretty good.
Maybe mix a little bit where you keep the defense honest.
I mean, hey, like I said, I'm here every week like you, man. Hey, if we can mix it up even more, man. Look, I'm down for it, man.
That was just my thoughts.
Yeah, we get that win, man. But if we can mix it up more, man, I definitely love, especially in a situation like that.
And that's the ultimate. We're looking for the W.
Yeah,
looking for the W.
That's definitely the ultimate goal, man. Looking for that double.
But I'm going to look at the head-to-head matchup here. First downs: Birmingham 21, Memphis 19. Passing first downs almost even. Rushing first downs 5 for Birmingham, 3 for Memphis. I mean, everything Birmingham, it was either matched up or Birmingham was in the lead ahead of Memphis. I'm looking at third down efficiencies. Birmingham 3 for 13. Fourth down efficiency, Birmingham again took that. Total plays 63 to 62. Birmingham 63, Memphis 62. So everything was pretty well even.
Yeah.
But a few of it Birmingham. So just as you say, certain things just happen.
Yeah, it's teams like that though. You can't, especially in this league, you can't let teams like that stick around. And we got to play to the best of our ability, man. Like we got to play the iron where we can't play on any team level. We play our level football. Like I don't have no questions. If you beat us, you just beat us. But if we make mistakes and we let y'all hang around and that's on us. At the end of the day, I've never, seen a game where a team just flat out beat us. Now, I've watched plenty of games and we made a lot of mistakes and we beat ourselves. But that was a good team at the same time. They was hungry. They had this game circled.
Silvers, 24 for 35. We're talking about Brandon from Orange Beach, played for Detroit, 266 yards.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns. So
real good game, man. And guys like him, I think this lead is good because he didn't have the opportunity coming from Troy, as them guys, that's in bigger schools. And so he's been looked over. And so hopefully that game helped him out last night. The other night, not that I wanted him to win, but everybody in this league, if you get a shot to go to the NFL, man, I hope everybody in this league do. But if you get a shot, man, I'm definitely for that.
Really quick here, Trent, 16 carries, 56 yards, 12 long. Your league leading, I'm going to say it right, touchdowns you had 11.
Yep.
11. And one thing I want to say here, Trent's on a 100-yard game here, second half to get away from it. But what I like about what you do, Trent, as well as our receivers, and we're going to be talking to some of our excellent Birmingham Iron players, is when the chips are down, we got to have that yardage. Man, as you say, you get that chip and you go. You take it in. I mean, I love that about you, Trent.
Oh, yeah, man. I just, like I said, if I know the situation, I'm always, if you ever look at me on the field, I'm always looking to the sideline because I'm looking at the, down in distance. And I'm trying to see, what exactly I need to do to, get the first down first.
Well, really quick, we've got some guests we're going to get to, but I want to say this with our receiving core. I'm looking at some of these right here, Trent. 27, 28, 46. Jamal Robinson, 46. These are one play. The yardage. 12, Trent, for yourself. 18, not 14. I mean, unbelievable in how we've utilized 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different receivers.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, Trent, it's that time. We always have special guests that we love having from the Iron. We also have a guest from the University of Alabama. We're going to see if we can't get him up here too. I know you know the names, but hey, you want to go ahead and get him really quick before we get to the Iron?
Oh, that's fine. If you ready,
Chris Good, you want to get up here? We've got Chris Good in the house, former University of Alabama defensive back, played for the Colts for 9 years.
9 years.
9 years in the league. And so, Mr. Good, right here. Now, look, this is Mr. Good, Mr. Town Creek. 4 brothers. How many cousins? Antonio. And so we know.
I didn't know Antonio was your cousin.
First cousin.
Antonio Lang. Wow. So your brother played in the league. You played in the league, and your cousin played in the league.
Yeah, 4 in all.
For 4 of y'all in the league.
Yes.
Out of one household. One family. That's crazy.
Hey, Trent, I got a little.
Everybody went to the University of Alabama.
Well, and I have a little trivia, Trent. His dad could have played for the Bears.
Yeah.
You got it on there, brother? Hey, there we go. He made a play for Alabama. We got to help him out, though. Go ahead, Trent. I'm going to let you lead it off.
Man, a lot of people don't know, man. Me and Chris have been building a relationship, man, and he's helped me out a lot with my TR3, with my apparel line. He's led me to some great people, man, and just teaching me, because Google used to have his own apparel line, sports apparel and stuff like that too. So he's put me in touch with some great people, man, and we have been doing great business together. I mean, when you go to Bama, man, it's much more than just football. It's always gonna be B-side-5 for me, with him. But the relationship we have built, man. I mean, he come to my house, he be chilling with my son. He chill with everybody love TJ. He chill with TJ. It's much more off the field. And we don't even talk about football. We just talk about the stuff that's happening in the world. Just seeing how he doing.
And that's what you said life's about, Trent. It's time to get away from football every once in a while and just talk about life.
Yeah, man. We talk about way more than just football, man. And he's taught me life lessons that I use in my everyday, and how I deal with my kids, and and Good, he has his own prep school, and so and that made me want to start me a prep school. So
right.
and we're building on that too, and being able to be in, just in contact with him and, have a relationship with him has been big for me, especially in the Birmingham community.
So, Chris, what made you want to get into, well, as Trent said, you have this prep school in Tuscaloosa, the Good Elite Colts.
Yes.
I know Pierre's working with you, too.
Yes. Well, what happened is once I retired from the NFL, every year I would help a kid, 3 or 4 kids, get a scholarship. And so over the years, 10 to 15 years of doing that, I started noticing that there were more kids out there that needed opportunity as well. So what I did was had a friend that was up in I think he was in St. Louis that had a prep school. So spoke with him about that and how everything worked. And so what I found out is that you're just trying to get kids in that are non-qualifiers, because some of the kids that come out, because you may have a kid in a high school. Say you have 4 or 5 kids that get signed to a scholarship. You may have 4 or 5 more that's non-qualifiers that are good athletes. Yeah. So that was my thing, is just trying to help those kids get that second chance. And so all the kids that come out are either first year out of high school, they're playing prep school football, which we'll play other prep schools and junior college teams. So that would help those, and that helps those kids, earn that scholarship, get the ACT scores up. Take less than 12 hours, because they take more than 12 hours, they'll end up losing a year. So what they'll do is take at least 9 hours, and then we'll turn around, and if they can sign in January after the fall and sign, and they still have 4 more years to play. And I had several guys this year that end up signing. Matter of fact, one of the guys, the center of mine, they're putting him on preferred walk-on. He's at the University of Alabama. I got a guy that's going to Liberty. I got 2 that's going to junior college. Got 1 at Alabama State. Got 1 that played. He was a long snapper, and he got a scholarship at rugby. So, which was amazing to me, because I looked around. He told me he had a rugby scholarship, but I told him, I said, well, you play football like rugby. Because he would run down the field, wouldn't look around, and get knocked out.
That's great. That's great. Well, Chris, how can young men that want to get into need to get into the prep school, how can they get a hold of you?
They just contact me, because we play all our games down at Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, and they can contact me. Either go on my website, it's goodeliteprepcoach.com, that's with an S, or just contact me at 205-540-1700.
Now, Trent, I don't know if you know, his strength and conditioning coach, who's also at Stillman, played for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Mo?
Yeah, I remember.
He looks like he could still suit up.
Coach Washington.
Washington.
Oh, he met Coach Washington.
Passed away.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Week and a half ago.
Oh.
I've got to tell you that.
He had that heart problem. Yeah, we're just talking to him.
Good guy. Played at LSU. Played under
this man was just literally sitting in my house.
Yeah, and then he came, and when Saban first year at Alabama, he coached with him. Strength and conditioning coach. He was at
that's right.
Yeah, and then he went to, I think it was Rutgers, and then to Baylor, and then he came home because his
And I want to get this. I said Mo, who is a strength and conditioning coach. I want to make sure they understand that he's still living.
Yes, he is.
Mo, who played at Oklahoma.
Maurice Lewis, yes.
Yeah, Maurice Lewis, who played at Oklahoma.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, anything else, Trent, you want to ask Chris?
Oh, man,
I mean, you think about this family that came out of Town Creek. His parents were educators, so you can imagine. I always ask him. I said, you had to bring that report card on.
Oh yeah, I just listen. Before we got on air, I just hit my little girls about their poke cards. So
if you're watching, you got the
yeah, they got honor roll, so they better be glad they got honor roll. Nah, they good.
TJ bring his home.
Yeah, TJ always.
He's always.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about TJ.
Well, man, what you're doing is unbelievable, and we think you're a great friend, Chris. Think the world of you and Pierre, and I know we want to say something about Kerry right now because we know what. Say a little bit about Kerry, if you don't mind.
Well, I don't know if a lot of y'all know my brother Kerry. He was a year under me. He played at Alabama, played running back. He was matter of fact, his freshman year, he was SEC freshman of the year running back. He hurt his knee his second year, and he went on to the NFL and played a couple of years. He has ALS right now, so that's one of the things that we're kind of going through to trying to help fight the disease, and that's. It's kind of hard seeing him going through the process because he's been always one of those guys that's been always healthy and strong. He was a strength and conditioning coach in the NFL for 9 to 10 years.
Yeah,
and he's always thinking about others.
Yes, yeah. And the part about it is when Kevin Turner that played at Alabama, when he had ALS, we were helping him a lot. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the first events we had was in here. When it was World of Bit. Yes, we had Kevin Turner's event here. And then, then the year right when Kevin Turner passed, that's right when Kerry found out he had it as well.
Wow.
So, it's.
So, Good Strong, right?
Yes, Good Strong Foundation.
Well, go on, take a look at it. I tell you guys know these guys from Town Creek, Alabama. There was Chris, Kerry, Pierre, Clyde, and then Antonio Lang.
So, with all that talent in the house, who was the better athlete?
I was. Hey, if you had Kerry here, he was saying. Pierre here, he was saying. Antonio here, he was saying.
Hey, Trent. A lot of people don't realize he was a running back. Went up to UNA. Kerry signs with Alabama. So actually, Kerry was at Alabama first, right?
I was, yeah. Then I transferred.
You came down, and what'd you say? I think I better switch to defensive back. I can't compete
against him and go to defensive back. But I was at UNA. I played 5 games. I had 900 yards rushing.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse the hell out of me.
Well, you had 9 great years, and what you're doing now is just unbelievable.
No, one more question. Who was the fastest in the house?
Pierre.
Oh, Pierre was that dude.
Pierre was world class.
Hey, but
he really was.
Can he still run?
I've seen Pierre lately. He's about 260, man.
I see Pierre now.
It's funny.
No offense, Pierre.
He's a track coach at Stillman.
So right now, at this moment, you think you can still outdo Antonio and at the DB position right now?
Oh yeah.
Is Antonio watching?
Oh, he may be.
He might be.
We joke about it all the time.
He lives right here in Birmingham too, doesn't he?
Yes, he is.
That's good.
That's crazy.
He looks like he can see it up still.
Ask Antonio who taught him.
You. You did. All right, Chris, we thank you for being here, man, and appreciate you coming in, brother. That's Chris Good, the Good Elite Prep School in Tuscaloosa.
Yes.
And I tell you what you guys are doing there is wonders. We appreciate you and Pierre and what you guys are doing, your coaching staff, and we thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Man, I definitely appreciate you, man, because you inspired me a lot, especially to start my prep school. We still got that in process and working on it, me and my team. But man, the stuff that you have, introduced me to and meeting guys and, just being around you, man, and it's changed my life. So I appreciate you and your brother and all your brothers and cousins and all the ones that came before me. There's only one out my household, so
I love
trying to get like you when I grow up.
Being a former player and then having some of the guys that's playing in the NFL trying to get into it, I love to talk to them about it because I went through the years of seeing some of the things that happened and the way some of the guys act to get out fast, the way some of the things happen, because it's a business, it's politics still,
right?
And that's what it is. And I tell guys that always, when you're in the NFL, it's politics. You got to do your job, but Then too, you got ownership and coaches that have guys that you're better than they are,
Right.
but they're the one that's gonna keep. Be somebody else they're keeping. And I've seen it many of times. So
Now,
and that's not to say, and I tell the guys always, that's not to say you're not the better player. It's just that
You're right,
sometimes
Chris.
you're in the wrong system.
That's it.
I played, so many years, and I would see guys come in and it's like, hey, this guy's better, but they keeping this guy. Then you wonder yourself why. And sometimes, and I tell some of the guys come in when they always talking and all that, I said, just be quiet right now. I said, get on the team for 2 years, then you can start that. Establish yourself first.
Right.
And I'm saying a lot of guys' pride would not allow them to do that. And I tell them, say, hey, this is a job. This is a job.
That's
man.
right.
Think about it. This is your job.
It's a
it's not fun anymore. You did all that having fun in college and high school. This is a job now. This is what you do for a living now.
You're right. I mean, this is what you get up, do every day. Hey, let's give it up for Chris Good, former University of Alabama defensive back and the Indianapolis Colts. Now the Good Elite Prep School. Thanks,
9
Chris.
years in that league. That's a long time to be in the NFL. Yeah, man.
And he didn't want to come up here. He said he wasn't going to talk.
You getting that mic, man. He go off now.
Hey, Chris, thanks for being here. Hey, look, we're at Sleek Sports Bar right here in 5 Points South on 20th Street South. And I'm squeaking a little bit. But, Trent, let's go ahead and get into the Birmingham Iron players. I want you to introduce to our first guest, please.
Man, our first guest, man, is Mr. Jamal, man. Mr. Hands himself, man. Jamal Robinson, man. Let's see. Make sure your mic on.
Put that on there.
Testing.
Come this way. Come, yeah.
Well, he knows what to do there, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, man. He got that microphone in his hand, man. Look.
Well, Trent, lead us off there with it.
Got to know Jamal a lot in camp, man, and it's funny how we, kind of relate to each other because we don't even talk about football. We, how we relate to each other.
Oh yeah,
I beat his ass in chess on the phone.
Hey, look, I got my phone right here.
I beat him in chess evidence. On the phone.
I got evidence.
And so when I
evidence.
Look, he be playing me 3 a.m. So when I'm laying in the bed. Somebody looking at me like, really? Why are you on your phone right now?
Now, Amber, that's why Trent's not answering your phone. They're playing chess.
Look, and it's
easy
funny.
one.
Like our whole camp, like that's how we got through our meetings.
So
like,
you guys playing like a little tournament, or
we just go between me and him. Like,
so what's the record right now?
I'm up.
Come on, Trent.
Look at him.
Come on, Trent.
Come on, man.
Pull it out right now, right? You're gonna
beating him in what else I beat you in? Cup pong, pool.
Man, come on, man.
That.
You can't beat me in cup pong.
Everything.
I beat him in pool, cup pong. He got to, he's the one that need the lines to see where the next ball go to and stuff. Like I'm trying to play regular.
Is that kind
pool.
of like when they're bowling and they put in the little things inside the alley
it's
the
crazy,
gutters?
Man. Yeah, you might well go and give him some gutters on the bowling the bowling alley. That's the type of player he is, man.
I did bowl back the other day though.
Man,
so you're from played Louisiana Lafayette.
Yes, sir. Raging Cajun. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Raging Cajun. Chili pepper.
And you had a brother who played there, right, Trent?
Yeah, my brother, man, played defensive end, man. He was down there from 07 to 11, I think, or 10. So he played defensive end, man. Trent Richardson, man. I talked to him this morning. That dude was so funny.
It's not the one you punched, was it?
No, he wasn't. Terrell was more the lover, man.
Okay.
And, he was the cool, slick one, get out of trouble. He was kind of baby a little bit more than us. But it's funny, man. I used to take the trips out to the Lafayette, man. And Lafayette was a big school, boy. I would have been there, boy.
Lafayette don't mean nothing, man.
That Laffy Taffy, boy. Hey, boy, I know about the nights out there, boy.
Alabama went down and played there one year when Perkins was coaching.
Yep.
They did a 2-1 where Lafayette came up for 2 and came down 1. Hey, I know you guys will get started, but we got to show this right here. It is not
man.
the wings. It is a cheeseburger. Now, hey, look. Now
I switched it up.
Switched it up. Show a picture of that. Get a picture of that, Brandon. Right here at Sleek's. That's a good looking. What is that, quarter pound? Is that a quarter pound of beef?
I just know it's a burger with cheese on it. It's the sleek burger. That's what it is. The sleek burger.
Fries look pretty good too, don't they?
Yeah, don't touch my food.
You knew I was going to.
Eyeballing my food.
I was eyeballing it.
Put that over there. I don't need all that.
But I'm going to let you guys get back to Louisiana Lafayette because that is the Raging Cajuns.
Man, I took a trip down there, right? And it was
I'm going to take a fry where you guys are talking.
You got it? It was my my freshman year in high school. and I took a trip down there and I did that camp, and it was my birthday, so my brother took me out.
Yeah.
So the night before, like, so I ain't get in till like 6 that morning, knowing I'm young and this and that. But you know, at the time I'm mature. I'm thinking I'm a big dog. I'm trying to hang out with them. Man, they took me somewhere, man, and all I know, I ended up back in the bed on the floor.
No.
And so the next day, like, I was late to the camp.
You remember the night?
Do I remember the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy night. Boy, back in them days, boy.
You know what Trent may have done? Doesn't on Friday nights a lot of times they close the downtown and have like a block party?
I don't know.
And like, oh, that's when my brother and them were going to school. That's what. That's more of the players don't see that because they're in they're in the hotel.
You saw it though.
Yeah, I got to see it that week. Yeah, time I went to Lafayette, I got to see it, man. I used to love going to Lafayette, man.
Lafayette was fun. Definitely.
We done had some crazy times down there, so I know you had some crazy times. Matter of fact, Pee Wee played with you.
Yeah,
Pee-wee I grew up with Pee Wee.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, I grew up with Pee Wee, man. That dude was
my God.
musty Pee Wee. Musty Pee Wee. He didn't like to put on deodorant, but he can play a hell of a ball. I'm talking about, I used to tell, even when he got to the league, I used to like, Pee Wee, you're not gonna put deodorant, man. I make too much money to put on deodorant. That's funny, man. I've been knowing Pee Wee. Pee Wee got his name from his height when he was younger.
Yeah,
like Pee Wee grew up, like he grew 6'7" out of nowhere. Right. Like before he got to high school, he was like 4'8". So overnight, when he got in high school,
that's how I was.
He just, you all right. You all right. We just had this conversation the other day about, you balling and stuff like that. I done heard a couple of stories. You ain't that guy on the court.
Who? Who?
I done heard a couple of stories, man.
I'm like that. I'm telling you.
I do my research, man. I done heard a couple of stories.
Me and Max got a bet too.
Oh, you and Max got a bet.
He gonna get it. And
we're gonna have to hear that story.
I know you ain't gonna be able to guard me though.
Now, are you from Louisiana?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
Were you from Louisiana?
Cute. Yeah, Slidell, Louisiana.
Slidell?
Slidell?
Slidell, yeah.
From Slidell?
Yeah, I'm from Slidell.
Boy, I know. I might know some of the routes Slidell, boy.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Y'all look crazy out there, man.
Yeah.
One of my good friends, man, he from Monroe.
Monroe, yeah, that's like about 5 hours.
That's about 5 hours from y'all?
That's north, right?
Slidell is.
I'm like 15
like by Hammond. It's on the other side of Hammond, right?
Yeah, I'm 15 minutes from like New Orleans.
You just from Monroe, the Duck guys.
Oh, sure is.
Yeah. And you got Louisiana Monroe up that way too.
Yeah. So, man, look, tell me, man, like what was your process, growing up? I know you're from Louisiana, you hear all the stories about Louisiana, but when you talk about Louisiana, people mostly bring up like Baton Rouge or, New Orleans and stuff like that. But like people don't get the side of, you off the field and don't hear the Slidell stories. Like tell us some of them, growing up, what encouraged you and who was your leaders and who the people you looked up to?
I grew up in Slidell. Wasn't really in no like bad neighborhood or rich neighborhood. It was like middle class, and I was raised with both parents. Blessed. Have 4 siblings, and we was raised under a good roof. Basically, I did sports year round, so I did AAU basketball, of course, football. I did soccer and baseball. I ain't run track, though. That's the only thing.
Because you wasn't that fast.
You see,
you know what I'm saying?
You see how I take the top off the defense.
You wasn't that.
You see how I take the top off.
You wasn't that guy.
You see how I take the top.
Because I ran 100. I was a 10-3 guy.
So. I'm not about to run for fun. That's all.
I liked the track because it was more of an individual sport.
Yeah.
So I couldn't blame it on nobody else. So you get down in those lines.
You was in the field, though. I don't think you ran or nothing.
You can Google it.
He was doing shot.
Google it. You can.
Hey, you know what?
I couldn't throw the shot put for nothing.
It's too bad we can't put you guys on the, like you do your chest and everything, and have you guys run the 100 on the.
Man, he don't want them problems.
Running what, 100?
Yeah, you don't want them problems. Like I was a real 100
maybe we
runner.
set it up right out here.
Like I was a real 100 runner. Right. You can go Google it. Check me out.
Sound like I got another bet.
High school. Check it out.
Sound like I got another bet.
Junior. But that's Jeff Dims, man. Holla at me. But anyways, man, you come in the game, man. A lot of people don't know. Like he got released the last, week before we came to Birmingham.
Yeah, got released.
And it was crazy situation because he had the most receiving yards, he had the most catches, and he had the only touchdown in the game we played in the preseason.
But got released.
you know, so you know,
True.
going back to that, and you just got here what 2 weeks ago?
About four
About 4 weeks ago.
I think that was an Atlanta game.
Yeah, the Atlanta game. And so
But I ain't
every,
just saw it. Yeah,
and
yeah.
ever since you've been making plays. So
Yes,
you know, what
sir.
was kind of like your mindset, and what was you doing when you wasn't on the field? You know, at the time, you know, like did you get down, or you know, was you
Oh,
still
no.
training?
Nah, you talking about as I got cut?
Yeah.
I just went back home, got my mind right, and was like, I'm gonna keep grinding. So I was just like, I'll wake up, go work out in the weight room, and then I hop on the field. And I was doing that about what, Monday to Thursday,
Mm.
and then I let my body rest. So I was grinding and praying, grinding and praying, just wishing, praying that I get another chance.
And like I tell people a lot of time, man, like that mindset, like for you to have that mindset to keep grinding and not giving up. And then at the time, like coming from Philly, you was in Philly, right? Then you went out to Canada for a little bit.
No, I was in Jacksonville.
You was in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
My bad. You was in Jacksonville. Then you went out to Canada for a little bit.
Yeah.
Had some success there.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, like I tell you, like a lot of people in the States don't get to notice you, when you're out there in Canada because they don't have the channels or they don't know.
Right.
And then it's a different style of football. It's 12 people on the field. 85% of the field got to be Canadian.
Yeah.
Like it's a different process out there, And so, with you being able to go out there and, having some time in the NFL, how is it different now, from the mindset part of, or you, just coming towards the game?
Man, every day I look at it like this could be my last play. So I go hard every play and I just pay attention to the details and I just don't take none of this for granted. And I go hard no matter what. Special teams, offense, even if they put me on defense, I'm gonna go hard. So I'm just going hard every chance I get.
Man, I tell you, we are so glad you're here. We're glad you're back on the team tonight. About 3:00. I'm jumping in with you guys. I'm gonna show you how to play chess.
It's funny, man. Because Jamal, man, I call him Big Hands Jamal, man, Big Catch Jamal. Cause he'll catch the ball, be a long one. He'll go in. He might, he might drop an easy one.
There you go.
But he got that big one for 46
he'll catch
yards.
The hardest one. Look, he'll catch the hardest one on 3 different dudes.
There you go.
Catching it, one hand, no feet.
He said,
he'll catch them.
Man.
And then he'll get hit at like the 6 or the
wow.
or the 3-yard line. And what happens after that?
I give you a gift.
And you give me a gift, and I tell you what every time.
Thank you.
All right, Jamal. Hey, let's give it up. Jamal Robinson. All right. Appreciate being here.
Appreciate you, homie.
All right, Trent. We just continue on. Who's our next guest? And thanks, Jamal, for being here.
Man, you know what? We gonna try to get both of them in right now, man. We can get Max up here. One of our strong safeties out here, man, and out here killing the game. Big pick Max. Then we got one of our quarterbacks, and everybody want to meet the quarterback, man. Mr. Keith Price supposed to be in here.
Let's get all right, Keith. Good to see you guys.
Now you looking at the camera.
Hey, look, I've been waiting for this guy right here too. Now
everybody been waiting on this guy. Let me get you in here, man.
Hey, Trent, I thought you smiled a lot. I tell you what, I think Keith's got you beat.
I think you do too, man. But a lot of people don't realize, man, I'm so proud of this man right here because of the fact of the situation that he's has been put into. I think Keith got the count. It might have been the last week or two. So we didn't think that it was going to be a chance for him to even try to make the team. But when he got out there, man, it was so much control that he had and so much talent he had. He didn't give the coaches no chance to not, have him out there. He didn't even get to play in a preseason game because he broke his pinky nail. Pretty boy Floyd.
He broke his pinky nail.
Yeah, he broke his pinky nail. So after I talked about him about a few times, I ended up with this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, broke my finger.
You sure did.
But I'm still playing with it. He sat out a whole week or two. But you know what, man? It's crazy. Following Keith's story, man, because I know Keith. I know a few people, helped him with college stuff, and can you kind of explain to people, especially where you from and who you is, who you is, and I know you from Cali and stuff. Tell them what part of Cali. 'Cause I don't know about that life though.
Yeah, man. I'm actually from Compton, California.
Compton in the house, okay.
Compton in the house.
Yeah, man. Did my high
Oh,
school
not too much.
my high school ball at a school called St. John Bosco High School. Ended up going to the University of Washington.
He's a Husky.
Yeah,
Damn
Huskies,
Huskies.
and yeah, my scholarship was actually funded by a guy named Warren Moon, Hall of Fame quarterback.
Wait a minute, Warren Moon.
Warren Moon.
I think
Warren
we know
Moon.
that name.
Yeah, and he's like a great friend of mine.
That's
a great
great.
mentor to me. And just a God-fearing man, you know. And I grew up in the church, and like, man, we so blessed to be here, and this opportunity, man, is just tremendous, you know. And I'm so grateful. I thank God every day, and so blessed, man, so blessed.
You guys have a great tradition there in Washington, out in the pack, and so many great players have come out of there. I got a name. See, this is going to show my age. There was a quarterback there that came out of Washington years ago by the name of Sonny Six Killer.
Yeah, Sonny.
Well,
Yes,
he knows
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
I hope he would coming from Washington.
Yeah, but this guy was there like in the early
Johnny
70s.
Musso
wasn't
and
he?
not
he was-
expect me to know him.
I mean,
And he was
he
the
was
man.
he was a Native American, a wonderful quarterback. Just I remember him on the front of Sports Illustrated when I was a kid.
Right.
Trent, you wouldn't even thought of that.
I know if you was a kid, I know I wouldn't thought of. That's a long
Yes, it was. I think I'm older than your mother.
time ago.
Yeah, a minute ago.
But you remember that name? You've heard
Yeah,
that name.
yeah, for sure, man. He's always at the practices. Man, I know Sonny very well.
You know, Trent, I want you to. I mean, just his story is amazing. I can't wait to get to your story. But go ahead, and as you do with all the players, I mean, I love what he has to say and how he thanks God, and it's just amazing to have you guys on here. But go ahead, Trent.
Man, just give the people more of your background, like how you grew up, you know, and you know how you had to go through that adversity of not knowing was you gonna be able to get into college and stuff like that.
Right.
Just go through that process a little bit, and being from Compton,
Yeah.
the people, you hear
Yeah.
Compton, they already thinking NWA. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
thinking, it's already gonna be a hassle at the end of the day.
Right.
You already 9 times out of 10 they expect you to to be the guy that that fall and never make
Right.
it out of Compton
Right.
unless
Man,
it's music.
I actually came from, a very, very, very modest family. Grew up with both parents in the house. All my family are from Compton. My mom, dad, grandpa, everybody. And I started getting in trouble actually, man, and just wasn't being the leader that I was. And my parents actually moved me to Long Beach in high school in like the 10th grade.
So you was out there banging, cuz?
No, I wouldn't.
Blood
No, man, I was just rolling with the wrong squad for real, man. And
Did you recognize this? I mean, when did you start?
man, when you a kid, you really don't. I mean, that's some of the stuff, but that's the cool thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was cool back in the day.
You kind of want to blend in with the
Sure,
crowd. You don't
I
want to
get
be
that. Peer pressure, blend in.
Yeah. They start
But
calling
back
you
in
a
them
square.
days, y'all was
Square.
fighting. You want no guns
Yeah.
and stuff though. It
No,
wasn't,
we was getting down.
New school now, they pulling out guns. And
Yeah, we was getting down.
they don't even know what a knife is. They-
For real, man. But a lot of my close friends, I mean, rest in peace to my best friend Dwayne, man. And he had got killed, and man, it was different, man. And like I said, man, I gave my life to Christ, and like I'm just so blessed to be here, man. And I just seen so much, man, so much, and that move to Long Beach in the 10th grade was probably the best thing that could possibly happen to me.
And maybe giving yourself to Christ too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so you say you moved to Long Beach. I know Snoop do a lot of stuff like that. Me and Snoop real good friends. And so I know you probably ran into him a few times.
Yeah, man. I ran into him. I don't know him personally or anything like that, but
Who's
I know
that?
that he
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, sure.
but I know that he run
Brandon, what you laughing
gonna
at?
catch this.
yeah. But I know Snoop is very involved in the LA community. I know he has a Pop Warner
Sure, he's
program.
big into sports.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Snoop
man,
League,
and he's awesome for the platform that he has to be able to provide this to these younger kids.
Work with kids and be a role
for
model. Sure.
And he got celebrities like Deshaun Jackson and all these guys.
Isn't that great what they can do for the kids?
It's sweet, man. It's sweet, and I wish when I was coming up, we had something like that, and it's just amazing, man.
How old are you, Keith?
I'm 27.
27.
Yeah. So I mean, Snoop is huge, man, and a big time role model.
Now I want to ask you this before we get to the next guest. Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You see his face change? Though?
Yeah,
Like,
you're talking to me.
Well, yeah, I thought he was like,
Hey,
Look at him.
no.
Well, you know what my dad tells me, Keith?
What's that?
That I know of.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Somebody asked me that.
But
I
it's
hope
funny,
not.
man. When I think about Keith, bro, like just the composure that he have in the game. He's like that at practice. Like he's real smooth, just like he is now. He's laid back and cool. And so when he on the field, it's funny when he get in the huddle, because when he get in the huddle, like he kind of take over. For him to be that guy that's smooth, like he'd be like, "Hey man, give me a double, something." I'd be like, bro,
come on, man.
Are you playing the same game I'm playing? 'Cause you playing the love operator, my brother.
Man.
But it's funny, man, because he done got an opportunity, man, to change the culture of the team with his swagger. What he do. He came in the game and balled out when we was in
Man, I was excited when you came in. Did you get your bell rung or what happened there? Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I just had a bloody lip. I was good.
Okay, but man, I was excited
yeah.
when you were coming in.
Yeah, man, I wish I would have played more, but I mean, shoot, we got the win. We got the win.
You know what?
And that's one thing about him, man. He a team player. But man, guys, when I was growing up and stuff, bloody lip, that means just out of color.
What was little Dick Butkus would say, man? He'd be, just a broken finger or whatever. He was going to play.
Man, like Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson cut his finger off.
Yes, sir.
I thought I was going to have to do that a couple times, man, because
where you
quarterbacks like throw the ball hard and stuff and break people's fingers. But,
it was a coach's decision, man.
You know what?
Man.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, for sure.
And one thing, and like I was saying earlier, handle stuff that you can, control stuff that you can control, the stuff that you can't, just let it be.
Well, Keith, sit right there, stay right there, pass the microphone over. But thank you for your testimony. Thank you for being, here on the show, and thank you for just sharing your story. I mean, because good story and just what you represent. Go ahead and introduce our next one, Trent.
Man, we got right here. We got Mr. Mad Max. Swaggerlific, man. People always ask, how is Max? And every time I'm on live, they tell me to, put him on, and he gonna get a pick six this game, and he gonna hit the quarterback. They look at Max, man, like he dogged on Sean Taylor out there, man. And it's funny, man, to see the fans react to him, man, because he played at the University of Notre Dame. So we kind of give him hell about it in the locker room. But I laugh with him. And
I wasn't there when we lost to Alabama, for the record.
Anyways, y'all school still lost to the great Alabama, because I wasn't there either. But I was at the parties though. We was in Miami. We was at live. But man, Max, just tell them a little bit, man, about your story. And you from the California area too.
And how did you end up out of Notre Dame?
How did you end up?
So coming out of high school, I was thankful or blessed enough to be an All-American and have many options to choose from. And I was just basically evaluating universities on the academics, the football, the alumni, and just everything a college is supposed to provide for a student athlete. So Notre Dame was the one that was at the top of my list. I was actually committed to the University of Southern California, but they ended up getting sanctions from the whole Reggie Bush incident. And ended up not being able to go to any bowl games or championship or anything. And but that was the main reason why I wanted to go to the national championship. I wanted to compete with the best. I want to go to the best school.
And all kidding aside, I know Trent and I are kidding with you. Notre Dame, there's a rivalry there through the years. But I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, you head to Notre Dame, the tradition.
Yeah.
When you walk into that locker room, because I know I asked Trent this in the studio back in Tuscaloosa. When you walked into that locker room, can you imagine, and not trying to be like the Rudy show, but all of the great All-Americans and players that have played at that school?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a wall of All-Americans that goes down the entire athletic building. It's incredible. Like you said, the tradition is second to none, and they remind you of that every day. You see it around you every day, so it inspires you to be the best you could possibly be, and also shows you kind of what your ceiling or that there is no ceiling. That's your limitless, and you can achieve anything you want.
Well, and when you say Trent, I mean, when we think of quality, not only school or the football program, but the education, you think of the Alabamas, Notre Dames, USC's, not to leave any out, maybe
The Penn State.
Penn State's.
Maybe UW, maybe
Washington.
I mean, when Coach Brown
University
was
of
there.
Washington. There's a select few that you do think about because as we talked about before, Keith, some of the players that come out of there, but it's what you guys represent. I'm sitting here looking at 3 major college athletes and what you represent, and that's what this show is about.
Mm-hmm. And one thing about it, like we all have went through something, or somebody has told us no it somewhere form, and and that's why we're in this league.
And here you're together,
and we all together. We all played at 3 major colleges, and people don't realize like University of Washington, like for the first half, let Keith tell it, gave us hell. Alabama in the playoff game. If you let Keith tell it,
the first half.
But
well, that's right.
Guys,
there was a little ball game there.
It was like you said, a little ball game, but we ain't gonna talk about the scope.
No, but we know who won that one. We know who got the W. No, sorry, Keith.
Who cares? But in playing at a university like Notre Dame,
yes,
for a long time I wanted to go to Notre Dame because of Rudy. I wanted to, to have that, that movie type.
Rudy,
story.
I mean, it gets you pumped. I mean, you're right.
Rudy, man.
I mean, what a good recruiting tool.
Yeah. Like, how much do they use it as a recruiting tool?
Yeah, I'd like.
I mean, everybody's watched it. So you talk about it when you get there. You're obviously seeing the different places that you saw in the movie. And
have you met him?
I have met the actual Rudy. Yeah, he comes to the locker room every now and then.
Not Sean Astor, but Rudy.
Yeah, we actually there's actually a teammate of mine. We call him Super Rudy. So shout out to Joe Schmidt. He was a walk-on who turned into a scholarship athlete, and then also ended up starting for us for 2 years. Ended up picking off Jameis Winston in a big game against Florida State. So I want his story to be told. I think, like I said, I want him to be super.
There's a story. There's always a story somewhere.
There, man. There's a story there. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, it was an incredible experience. The people that I met there it was probably my biggest takeaway because the people are who makes the incredible institution, the incredible team. Obviously, the people you surround yourself with influence you a lot. So to have people who hold themselves to such a high standard, who demand greatness from themselves in all aspects of life, that's something that naturally rubs off on you. So I'm thankful for that, and I mean, same with this team. We have guys from all different walks of life, guys who've had incredible experiences all over the country, all over the world, and I don't know, to learn and just play with these guys has been great, man.
I always kind of get feedback from the players and the coaches when it comes to knowing how to relate to certain guys. And me and my guy Max was just having a conversation earlier. You got to know when, how, why, and what you're doing. And that's way more than just being an athlete. And that can just be at home, in school, anything you're doing. Know why you're doing it. Know how to do it, and know what you're doing and what for. You know what I mean? And, we talk about stuff like that all the time, and and I know he taught me a lot. I never want him to think I'm just preaching. I'm always giving him life lessons or talking to my guys about stuff that I actually seen and been through. And some of Mac's story, man, and listen to him and how he grew up. And I know you wanted just a football athlete. What made you actually just choose football?
Yeah. So I played 3 sports in high school and actually wanted to play basketball in college as well. But football for me, it seemed
everybody want to play basketball.
I know.
All of a sudden, Sweet 16 going.
Yeah, it's going on right now. Hey, Tennessee came back and tied it up.
I'm proud to say that multiple schools said that I could play basketball and football, Division I schools. But anyways,
I get it. I see that.
Yeah, this is for Trent. Just his peace of mind. But anyway,
okay. I want to hear this.
So
it's a good time to get away.
Football was the career path for me that was it seemed crystal clear.
Right.
I felt like I knew the ability that I had, and I wanted to maximize upon that opportunity. I wanted to make the best out of it in college, and then I saw I had aspirations for the NFL, still do. I plan on getting there after the season, and if not that, the next one. I have a lot left in the tank, and I'm ready to play, and everybody knows that. So I'm thankful to be in this position, but yeah, football's the opportunity of a lifetime for me.
Well, look, we appreciate you guys being here. I mean, we're glad you're with the Birmingham Iron. I want you guys to be up at the next level. We're going to be watching all of you in the next level. We didn't forget about our buddy over there in Louisiana Lafayette. That's a great program. Got some great coaches came out of there, but thanks, guys, for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. This has been great.
Trent, we got to take a break here. We're taking a break now. Take a quick break, and then we're going to have a quick segment. Hey, we're here at Slate Sports Bar. Let's give it up for these guys right here, the Birmingham Iron.
Appreciate y'all.
And also, too, brought to you by TR3, TR3 Alliance. Go on. It's more than just gear. It's about life, and it's about Trent. So we'll be right back, and we got a final segment.
Listen to Late Nights by Jeremiah. And I wouldn't skip a song because the mood was right. Whatever you doing, you just do it right. I know love because of you. And I felt love because of you. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. I done fell for you. And if you ever try to take your love away, I kill for you. Like, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. You made me buy you a coupe. You made me call you my boo. Phone calls was never more than 10 minutes, but I spend them hours on you. I spend them dollars on you. Decline why they call it for you. Mama said it was all in the put. Well, you gotta show me the proof. I ain't got time for none of my exes. Sending texts like, oh, you happy. Show lives. Wherever you wanna go, we can go get. Wear this ring so they know it's real. I got a plan, tell me how you feel. Would you travel the world with me? Half and half a baby girl with me. Out of all the pretty women I see, baby, I just wanna show you all. I know love because of you. And I feel love because of you. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. I done fell for you. And if you ever try to take your love away, I kill for you. Like, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
My man, Core. Man. Oh. What you mean?
We're live right now.
Bro, my arm's too short.
We're back live on the show, sir.
Oh, y'all ain't tell me that. Come on over here.
So we're gonna let you introduce Corey.
Man, our next guest, man, we got Mr. Corey Bishop, man. He's real big in the community. His story, man, is huge. He's inspired me a lot. He's helped me out with a lot, man. He got his own clothing store. He got two, man. And it's crazy how he got into the clothing game. And I'm pretty sure he'll share some of that with you. But you know, Refresh Clothing, down at West Point, 5 Point West. Y'all go and see him, man. I said it wrong again.
Yeah, he did. You know,
bro, I'm from Pensacola. Y'all don't get that now.
5 Points West, Birmingham, Alabama. 5 points.
I love Birmingham now. And I rep for you. I don't know all them streets like that.
Right. On the other commercial, he said something else. I was like, yo, I don't know what store he talking about, but
You gonna hold the mic up?
yeah, I don't know what store he talking about, but just come back. It'll be fine. It'll work out.
Well, look, man, I go get all my clothes out of there, man. You see me with some fresh gear. You see my kids, or whatever, man. I'm down there at Refresh Clothing. I said it right?
Yeah, you said it right this time.
All right,
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, you said
Getting
it
them
right.
clothes. I know B go down there a lot, man. You see B Fresh, man. He be hooking us up, man. And y'all go down there, man. Tell him I sent you.
Right.
It might take the taxes off.
Yeah, the price gonna go up.
Yeah, don't tell me Trent the price going up
The
twice.
price go up, so that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them I sent you. But man, Corey, man, Corey big in the community, man. I know when I first met Corey, a lot of people didn't realize, and I didn't realize how much, how much stuff was going on out here in Birmingham, and how could I, one thing he's been trying to teach me, and show me, and installing me, how to stay involved, and I mean that stay involved in the community. We do a lot of community work out here, man. Corey helped me pass our tickets for the game. Brandon, you also too. But man, I'm gonna let Corey explain more of his story, man. And and this guy's been, very special to my family. So I want y'all, to leave y'all warm hearts open for Corey, man. So Corey, y'all, kick him off with some of your story.
Don't get a speech. Don't get a speech.
That's all right.
Just don't get a speech.
I gave the speech earlier today. Don't worry about that. The speeches are all out.
Okay.
Yeah, but seriously, man, community. I never thought I would be involved in the community the way I am involved in the community. The opportunity came about, and again, as millennials, as fathers, we had to take the chance to take the opportunity to step up, because you got to remember the kids behind us are looking up to us, just like we looked up to our fathers and their friends. So it's just about staying focused and staying forward. We want to see change in our neighborhood. So the best way to make change in your neighborhood is be a champion for change. Like I said, Trent, Brandon, they all come through to help out whenever they available, whether they have time to come through. A lot of people, matter of fact, a lot of people from the Iron has come through to the store, show love, come through to community events, and that's what we need. Because if we're gonna build another Birmingham team, it has to be built by the community and through the community. And they said Birmingham Iron has been doing a great job of that, so we really appreciate all that.
I mean, I think Trent, man. That's the AKA the church. We go down there, we sit down there, we're able to talk, man, and just. That's somewhere that young males can go and get positive reinforcement, man. Like me and Corey talk about stuff all the time. We know how to agree to disagree, and I'm like, I don't agree with that. But at the same time, I get something from him. I know there's somebody that I can go to and be like, hey, what you think I need to do about this? And I know we're gonna get an honest opinion every time. We got an issue, we'll sit in there, the shop closed. And chop it up and have a conversation, but you need business owners like you that actually care about the customers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about the sale, man. It's the fact that you'll take 20 minutes to talk to somebody. They might not have bought them for 2 months, but that 20 minutes could possibly change their life.
Change their life, change my life. Like again, it's about communicating with the community. Again, like you said, most people don't even buy nothing. They just come through and talk. This is better than a barbershop. This is totally better than a barbershop right here. Because you get to come in, you get to change your life, you get to change the lives of everybody around you. But I appreciate y'all letting me come through today, though. This is the first time on stage.
You still got 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. I just want to thank you for letting me come through.
Man, ain't no problem, man. I mean,
you know what? When I think about the stuff that Corey do for the community, man, he even helped my community part out. Put me on the oatmeal bar that I can't resist, and put me on a couple soul food restaurants that I can't resist.
Don't say what oatmeal bars is.
And you already know I'm going with it.
Don't get a secret out.
Oatmeal bars. I went to get some today and it was all gone. So did you go by there first?
Maybe I took a swing around the block.
Yeah. So that
but it's either me or you. Which one I'm going?
Bars, right?
Which one I'm going? It's either me or you. Which one I'm going? You know what I mean?
So you got one?
I got a few.
What is?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? What is?
See, if I ask you where your oatmeal bars at, what you gonna say?
In the car?
I'm gonna say they gone. I ain't gonna lie to you. They been gone. They been gone.
So that's why they went to say I was gonna bring you one today, but I see why I can't bring you one now because you came and got them out.
But it's stuff like this though, man. Like we can, I can go in his store and sit down with him. We can go, hang out at the studio with Smash Bros. And be able to, just really talk life, and we talk way more than I don't really think we ever really had a conversation about sports. Our conversations, is always about finding a solution, to what just happened, or how can you better yourself, or how can we put back into the community. I know you was help people out, writing books.
Right. Matter of fact,
you know,
Peter
wrote a-
Parker book is crazy.
Yeah, man. I know you've been
Shout out
reading
to
that
Peter
one.
Parker, man. He came through the other day. He dropped off a book. This young brother, man, he used to shop at the store a long time ago. He just went to Afghanistan. He wrote this amazing book about sports. But I ain't never think he even played football before in his life. But he had it's a great book, great opportunity. Man, he needs you to help him out. He has a mentoring group that he mentors 3,000 kids.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. So he asked me the other day, could you get a chance to stop by? So if you do get time, man, please stop by and help him out.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. Hey, look, you know you're gonna have to tell the story though. You got
Yeah, you got.
we ain't got time today, but
Which
you
one?
gon' know your story.
Yeah, you
man,
gotta
Nah,
definitely
man,
tell your
listen, man,
story.
I
that's-
want to hear about that.
If you ever want to reach out, you got a young man that needs to know about second chances in life. Like this is an example. This is not giving up. You are your way out. That's
Most
Corey,
definitely.
man.
Yeah,
Like
most
that
definitely,
is
most definitely.
that is watching you go down and come back and doing it the right way. That's what these kids need, man.
Right,
So
right.
that's
if you don't get it, like I'm telling you, like this man picture is sitting in somebody's office right now
like
on his second chance that he done got
exactly.
in life.
Seriously.
Like literally, like y'all think I'm playing, but like literally, like and it's
sitting there.
amazing from the like watching him like and seeing what he went through, like and kind of see like his ways, like it's kind of like well, why you don't do this or why you don't do it? Like he walks a lot of places. I'm like, man, look, I ain't. Like, I got a car. We can go get in your car. Like, he got a brand new car there. Won't get in it. He'll just walk everywhere.
He will walk everywhere.
It makes sense because the people can see you if you're walking.
Like,
If you ride, you can't get seen. You can't get an understanding of what's going on in the neighborhood. If you riding by, it's 30 seconds in the ride, but if you're walking, you got plenty of time to talk to people, see people. People walk up to you and ask you all kind of questions. So that's why I walk. That's why I walk that neighborhood.
Yeah, it's another story to that walking story. Though.
Yeah, it's another story. We're gonna get into that story.
we can't. I
Next
can't
time.
wait,
We gonna
man.
do
That's because
Sometimes when I do drive, I happen to leave my car at places. Not
that was a
a
story one day too.
This man forget a whole car.
He lost the car at the shop one day.
Yeah, man, I thought somebody stole it. For
Like
real.
really.
I really thought somebody stole my car because I drove across the street and I walked back and I was in the store all day and then it was time to go home. And I was like, yo, where my car at? I walked around for like 20 minutes looking for my car and it was across the street at the grocery store the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, but
He
man,
might
yeah,
be from Mobile. It sounds like how BJ Scott.
No.
He might be from Mobile.
I'm from Mobile. Yeah, Mobile do weird.
I tell you about that story about BJ Scott took me on my recruit visit.
no.
Oh man, we came to Birmingham. And he got his whole car
Yes, you
stolen.
did. Yes, you did.
And he had the big nuts on the bottom of it. They left his nuts,
Yeah,
but they took the whole car.
old Smitty City.
Pause.
It's time for break, right?
Pause.
Yeah, I said it was time
Hey,
for break.
I'm talking about that's on the car, on the vehicle.
So look, man, we're gonna get ready to get out of here, man. But look, yeah, man,
Like, y'all, man, this new millennial done got these people done turned all upside down.
listen,
I mean, I was paying attention. All I heard was you left your
we
net
gon-
somewhere. I was like, what?
listen. I just went over some things. I just
On
rolled
the
past.
car.
I just rolled past. You'll remember. No, man, we
Don't
not
worry
even gonna
about
go
it,
there.
man.
Ralph,
Let's do something
Ralph,
different,
where's
man.
the credit?
Yeah, please help us, please.
If you see him walking, don't ask him, do you need a ride?
Right.
Just leave Corey alone. Let him
Yeah,
walk.
just let me walk.
Just let him walk. But man, yeah, man, we gotta, Corey, you're like, you got an inspirational story, man.
Right,
like
right,
that people need to hear, man. And on top of that, there's just the crazy story of how this right here all came together. Like Trent don't know the beginning before him.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it was, like it's crazy, man. And like, we're gonna have to tell you that story, man.
Somebody
But
talk-
it's a beautiful thing.
Well,
man.
y'all
spoke
make sure
about
y'all
Ricky
tune
yesterday.
in on
Yep.
the Trent Richardson YouTube channel because we're gonna be hearing y'all story about how it happened before me. How y'all,
Well,
how
we
y'all
gonna tell
came
you.
about.
We gonna tell you.
Yeah, we definitely need to hear Corey's story, man, on the YouTube channel, man, and on the live and on the podcast. So we definitely gonna get him to get that on maybe next week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
get
do
him on.
it next week because I don't have a whole lot planned for next week, so that's straight. We can do
Okay.
that.
All right.
I got a schedule now. It's
Hey, look, he
weird.
got a
Ralph, can you
schedule
hit
now,
the
man.
music?
Look.
Just
It's weird. I got a schedule.
Look.
Like what?
Yeah, he
Hey,
ain't
man.
talking about no pumper pallet.
one more time, man. Give them the website so we can get ready to get out of here.
Oh man, TR3 man, allianceman.com. So y'all please go, if y'all need something, y'all want to talk about something, or you got a little league team, need some uniforms, and need somebody to come, speak to them. Or y'all just got some work in the community that we can, get involved with. Let us know, man, because we're definitely here. This my team. Y'all done see Isis, y'all done see Brandon, y'all done see Cord, y'all see Amber. Like this behind the scenes, like in my family, like this is it. This my team. I'm glad y'all got to meet everybody last week. Y'all got to meet my kids and stuff, my family, and that's it behind the scenes for me, man. Oh, and Phil, I'm sorry, I can't forget Phil.
Phil and Ralph.
Brother from another mother, man.
Shout out to his dog Phil.
Can't forget Phil.
Shout out to his dog Phil
It's
and
my
Ralph.
team right here. This is all we do.
Man, I gotta come by and see the store. I mean, 3 clothing stores.
Yeah, you gotta come see it. You got 3.
They're all in Birmingham.
Well, 2 in Birmingham and 1 in Decatur.
I gotta come see that.
Oh yeah, that one in Decatur be done. It's done now.